Alright, what I'm going to show you today is how to put a little texture into your painting or picture that gives a little bit of a watercolor effect, I think. So I've got my drawing here open, and you just simply select one that you've got. I've already got my drawing in here, so I imported that from another program that I used, and in this one I am just painting. So the first thing I want to do is go to the layers, and I want to add a layer, and I want to name it colors, and I want to make it have the multiply effect on it. And then I want to add another layer that I'm going to call overlay, and this is going to be overlaying, basically going to be the top layer that puts an overlay texture over everything that I do. And so eventually I'm going to change this to a filter under the contrast tab to overlay right there. But right now I'm going to keep it normal so that you can see it. I'm going to be working on that layer first, so I'm going to use a really dark color. Let's see, I'm going to pick just black for the moment. And then I want to pick a paintbrush under the organic palette and choose the clay texture. I put my paintbrush to slightly under middle, and basically I'm going to paint lightly a texture over everything I'm going to work on. Now you could have a texture pre-done as a separate image and bring it in. And that's something to do. If you do this a whole lot, something you may want to do, but I'm simply showing you how you would create that to begin with. So I just want to get real even, as even as I can, a texture across the area that I'm going to be painting on. And zooming in helps a little bit, because I don't know what it is about zoom in, but it allows you to fill in some of those lighter areas. You want to get real even across. And anywhere where you have a little bit too much or not enough, you can change that. Okay, but for right now, this gives you the idea. Okay, so now I would do that over everything, but right now I'm just going to be demonstrating in this area. So I'm going to now change that filter to the contrast tab and then put it as an overlay. It's going to disappear for a second. I now want to go to my colors layer, and I'm just going to paint some grass. So I'm going to pick a color here. Use this lightest green. I've got some preset colors that I do. And to paint there, I'm going to pick the calligraphy tab and the monoline. I kind of like that paintbrush. And you'll see as I paint, you can feel that texture coming through the paint. Actually, you may not feel it, but you can see it for sure. Right? And it just simply adds a little bit of life to what would normally be pretty flat. And I'll show you in a second. I'm a little bit messy here, but alright, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the texture on, of course, and then texture off. So because you've painted that overlay texture in a really dark color, it's going to add some darkness and some vibrance to whatever color you paint. If you turn it off, you can see that my color is very light, but when I turn it on, it's actually darkened it up a little bit. And that's the texture and the value of that darker color coming through. Okay, so I would do this over the whole drawing, and everything basically I paint on this color layer is going to get that texture. That's it for now.